What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing you Ravens content every single day. If you want to see that daily Ravens content, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And it's Sunday, and it is the final day of the NBA regular season. So I'm just kind of curious in the comment section down below if you're a big fan of the NBA. Personally, big-time basketball fan. My favorite team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, will not be participating in the NBA playoffs this season, but, tank squad. But, if your favorite team is playing, I know right now when I'm recording this, the Wizards are playing the Hornets. Go Wizards, huge Westbrook fan. But let me know who you're rooting for, who you think will win, who your favorite team is, all that kind of stuff. In addition, next Saturday, or I guess technically this Saturday in about 6 days, at 3 p.m. Eastern time, I will be doing the live with the viewers. So if you want to get in on that and become part of the actual show, you can DM me on Twitter. I could probably get one, maybe two more people on the actual live stream. But if not, y'all can come into the chat and ask any questions that you have, Ravens related or other related. Talk about basketball, talk about, I don't know, pop culture, sports, Star Wars, I don't know. Marvel, whatever you guys want to hear me talk about. Could just be Ravens. I'm okay with talking about Ravens, obviously. But in this video, this is maybe like a heart-to-heart video for everybody, but not like, my personal emotions and things like that, but just in terms of our fandom and what we want to see, because I've been doing it. Our expectations for this rookie class. And yes, it's okay to be excited. This is not a video to say, don't be excited. Expect the worst. No, that's not what this is about. This is about setting expectations excessively high, however, because I've been seeing a lot of expectations that are ridiculous. And it's only going to come back and bite us. And we've been doing this in recent years as well. You look at, Patrick Queen last year. He got drafted, and, obviously he's a bit undersized, and everybody was like, Ray Lewis, boom. Ray Lewis, yep. We've drafted 2 linebackers in the first round in our history. Ray Lewis and CJ Mosley. Patrick Queen, boom. Going to be the third great linebacker. Boom. Checkmate. All right, next guy. We kind of jumped the gun a little bit, and Patrick Queen, I'm not saying that he can't become great. I'm a big fan of Patrick Queen. I think he can become a great linebacker in the NFL. However, our expectations of him were so high that, we were looking at him and it was like, oh yeah, he's so good. He's so good. It's like, we got mom goggles on. If y'all have ever, I can't remember what show or who came up with mom goggles, but we got mom goggles on when we're watching Patrick Queen. Every time he does something, oh yeah. And we miss all the negatives because, we just had those right when he got drafted. We put on those goggles and we were like, all right, yes, this guy's going to be the greatest player ever. Obviously I'm emphasizing a little bit, over exaggerating, but we did say things like, oh yeah, he's the next great linebacker, because Ray Lewis came in, beast right away. CJ Mosley came in, almost won rookie of the year if it wasn't defensive rookie of the year if it wasn't for Khalil Mack. Like, absolutely dominant players. And we just came to expect that from Patrick Queen. And he struggled a little bit, and obviously he can do that. Having excitement for the future, having excitement for what can happen this season, that's okay. Believing in potential, all things that are okay. However, when it comes to looking at our rookies, I think, we're just getting a little bit carried away. Rashad Bateman, love Rashad Bateman. I'm not going to slander Rashad Bateman in any way. However, his statistical output is going to be lower than what I'm seeing a lot of Ravens fans saying. I've been seeing people being like, oh yeah, 1,000-yard, 10 touchdowns. The likelihood of that is very, very small. And it's not because Rashad Bateman isn't a beast. Rashad Bateman could come in and be a better wide receiver his rookie year than Justin Jefferson was. But statistically, he's not going to be able to do it. We don't pass the ball enough. We don't pass the ball enough to have a 1,200-yard, 12-touchdown wide receiver or anything like that. Rashad Bateman, a really good season, if he plays very, very well, he could be an 800, 8-touchdown guy. That'd be a really good season. However, because of the amount of passing that we do, because of the amount of weapons that we have, his statistical output will be lower, and that shouldn't discourage people. This shouldn't make people upset. That shouldn't get you disappointed to see a very good season, even though because our expectations were just so high. We can't have those statistical expectations. You can expect him to play very well, okay, but setting like way too ridiculous expectations is going to set us up for disappointment. And honestly, it's going to set up every Steelers fan, every Browns fan. When I see things on my Twitter timeline, shout out Twitter, at TTB_Ravens, DM me if you want to be a part of the show. But I see people and they're like, oh yeah, that Sean Wade lockdown tour, it's going to be nice. What? I like Sean Wade. I'm rooting for Sean Wade. Obviously, I'm a Ravens fan. But that is completely setting all Ravens fans up for disappointment because all of a sudden people are going to be like, this is the guy, this 5th round pick was the guy that you guys were hyping up so much. And maybe he doesn't even play at the beginning of the year, but obviously he could come in and become a nickel cornerback. And people are like, oh yeah, when he clamps Keenan Allen and he clamps all the good wide receivers that we face, it's like, what? Why are the expectations for him to be clamping the best wide receivers? Like I get that can be like a bit of a joke, like, oh yeah, kind of just trolling other teams. But in reality, like we're all setting our expectations a bit too high for these guys. And it's unfortunate, but like I said, it's not wrong to be excited. I'm excited to watch these guys play, but we cannot be expecting our, 5th round picks to go out and dominate. Like, how often does a 5th round pick in his rookie season dominate in the NFL? It's pretty rare. I can't even think of an example off the top of my head. But I'm sure there are players, and I hope Sean Wade, I hope Dalen Hayes, I hope they're those guys. I hope they come in and dominate. However, the likelihood that happens, pretty darn low. In terms of expectations for Odafe Oweh, obviously, we can say like, oh yeah, he's going to get a ton of sacks. Just put it in perspective. Remember, if he doesn't get a lot of sacks, that may still not be a bad thing. Remember, he didn't get any sacks last year in college, but he still played very well. So we cannot define our players by, statistical output, and we can't over expect things to happen. Especially, I think the biggest guy that I've seen it with, or maybe not seen it as much, but just like I feel like it's going to absolutely happen with, is Tylan Wallace. Again, huge fan of Tylan Wallace. I want to make that clear. However, look at what the Ravens have done with their rookie wide receivers in previous seasons. Let's look at last year. Devin Duvernay and James Prochet. What did we do all season last year? Why are these guys not on the field every week? That's what we asked. Why is Devin Duvernay only used on jet sweeps and reverses? That's what we asked. Why is Prochet never on the field? Why do we never give him 50-50 ball opportunities? Why? Every week. That's what we were asking. Because the Ravens don't utilize their young wide receivers traditionally, especially when they're picked in later rounds. Even look at a guy like Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown was not our wide receiver 1 in week 1. It was blatantly obvious he was the best wide receiver on the team, even when he was drafted. We did not have a good wide receiver core when Hollywood Brown was drafted. But he was like wide receiver 3 in week 1. Like Willie Snead was our wide receiver 1. Willie Snead should never be your wide receiver 1. And I like Willie Snead. Shout out to Willie Snead. Do your thing. But Hollywood came out, obviously first 2 receptions, first 2 touchdowns. Absolutely crazy, historic stuff. Still wasn't wide receiver 1. It took weeks for him to finally be that wide receiver 1 on the depth chart, which seems ridiculous, but that's just the Ravens way. They just wait and they really test out how good is this guy. That's what Greg Roman likes to do. And, this isn't trying to be a video about Greg Roman, but this is just trying to be a video about what the Ravens do as an organization. So when our expectations, when we have predictions for guys like Dalen Hayes, guys like Sean Wade, Brandon Stevens, heck, even Ben Cleveland, we don't know. Ben Cleveland, yeah, he's big. But how good is he going to be in the NFL? We don't know. Could he be very good? Absolutely. Could all of them be very good? Yes. But we can't expect all of them to be great in their rookie season because that's going to set us all up for disappointment. And once again, I want to, for the 5th time in this video, emphasize it's okay to be excited. This is not a video saying tone down the excitement. I'm excited. However, the expectations along with the excitement cannot be too high. I see people, oh yeah, Rashad Bateman, rookie of the year. Statistically, he's probably not going to have a chance, which is very unfortunate. But look at what Justin Jefferson's numbers were last year, and he still didn't win. So how is Rashad Bateman going to win when he can't? It's almost impossible to put up those numbers. You could put Jerry Rice on our team. He wouldn't put up those numbers. He wouldn't. He'd be better than Justin Jefferson, absolutely, but he wouldn't put up those numbers. You know, we're playing with an all-star team that, you know, doesn't shoot three-pointers. So how many points is Klay Thompson going to score? A lot less than when he does on the Warriors. But overall, I think that's really just why I wanted to make this video about, just kind of like a PSA to everybody. Like, we don't want to get our expectations too high because it'll set us up for disappointment. But at the same time, absolutely have faith in the players, absolutely believe in the players, absolutely be excited to watch them play. But don't set stupid, unrealistic expectations like 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns or 10 sacks for Odafe Oweh's rookie year, or Tylan Wallace to be playing every snap, or Dalen Hayes to come in. And, you know, I've said even, like, I think Dalen Hayes will eventually take the mic. That's not a this year thing. Like, I don't expect him to take the mic this year whatsoever. This is like in 3-4 years or something like that, possibly. So that's really one that I wanted to talk about. So let me know in the comments what you think, what your kind of like maybe realistic expectations or things like that, as well as talk about basketball, because I'm very excited for the NBA playoffs next Saturday. Show up to the live stream 3 p.m. Eastern time. Should be a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching. Like the video if you like the video, and I'll see all of you again tomorrow.